What does it take to rise from the shadows and become immortal? Not in the literal sense, but in the way legends are born, through resilience, reinvention, and an unyielding spirit that refuses to be extinguished. Today, we dive into the story of a man who turned darkness into his greatest ally, a figure who emerged from the depths of obscurity to etch his name into the annals of history. This is the tale of the Undertaker, not just a WWE icon, but a symbol of perseverance, transformation, and the power of embracing one's unique identity. For over 3 decades, The Undertaker captivated millions, not just with his towering presence or chilling persona, but with a story that mirrored the struggles we all face, the fight to overcome failure, the courage to evolve, and the determination to leave a lasting legacy. But behind the gothic robes and the eerie entrance music lies a journey far more human, far more relatable than most realize. In this video, we'll explore how Mark Calaway, the man behind the myth, transformed himself from a struggling rookie into one of the most enduring figures in sports entertainment. We'll uncover the moments of doubt, the reinventions, and the sheer willpower that propelled him from darkness to immortality. This isn't just a story about wrestling, it's a story about life, resilience, and the power of reinvention. So, are you ready to step into the ring and discover what it truly means to rise from the ashes? Let's begin. To understand the legend of The Undertaker, we must first step back into the late 1980s, a time when professional wrestling was undergoing a seismic shift. The industry was no longer just about athleticism. It was becoming a stage for larger-than-life characters, storytelling, and spectacle. It was in this era that Mark Calaway, a young wrestler from Houston, Texas, began his journey. But his path was far from easy. Before he became The Undertaker, Calaway was just another face in the crowd, struggling to find his identity in a world where gimmicks often overshadowed talent. He bounced between promotions, taking on personas like Mean, Mark Callis, and the Master of Pain. But none resonated. The wrestling world was crowded with flashy characters, and Calaway was on the verge of becoming just another forgotten name. What made his journey unique wasn't just his eventual success, it was the way he embraced his struggles. In an industry that often chewed up and spat out talent, Calaway refused to give up. He understood that to stand out, he needed to become something more than a wrestler. He needed to become a myth. And so, when the opportunity arose to take on the persona of The Undertaker, he didn't just accept it, he embodied it. But why does this story matter? Because it's a testament to the power of reinvention. In a world that often tries to box us into predefined roles, The Undertaker's journey reminds us that we have the power to redefine ourselves, no matter how many times we fall. His story isn't just about wrestling, it's about the universal struggle to find our place in the world and the courage it takes to rise above the noise. The early days of The Undertaker's career were anything but legendary. Imagine a young Mark Calaway standing in the ring under the glaring lights, trying to make a name for himself. He was tall, athletic, and undeniably talented, but something was missing. He was just another wrestler in a sea of faces, and the industry was unforgiving. His first major break came in 1990 when he signed with the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE. But even then, success wasn't immediate. He was given the gimmick of The Undertaker, a macabre, funeral-obsessed character who spoke in slow, ominous tones. At first glance, it seemed like just another over-the-top persona in an era filled with them. But Calaway saw something deeper. He saw an opportunity to create something unforgettable. The defining moment came at Survivor Series in 1990, when The Undertaker made his debut. The arena was shrouded in darkness, the air thick with anticipation. As the haunting organ music played, a towering figure emerged, his face pale, his eyes cold. The crowd was silent, not out of disinterest, but out of awe. This wasn't just a wrestler, it was an experience. But even as The Undertaker began to gain traction, Calloway faced immense challenges. The character was polarizing, and many doubted its longevity. Critics called it a gimmick, something that would fade into obscurity. Yet, Calloway didn't just play The Undertaker, he became him. He immersed himself in the role, perfecting every detail, from the way he moved to the way he spoke. He turned what could have been a cartoonish character into a symbol of power and mystery. This phase of his journey teaches us a crucial lesson. Success often requires us to fully commit to our vision, even when others doubt us. Calloway didn't just accept the role of The Undertaker, he embraced it, honed it, and made it his own. It was a lesson in authenticity and dedication, a reminder that the path to greatness often begins with a single bold step into the unknown. As The Undertaker's popularity grew, so did the pressure to evolve. The wrestling industry is relentless, constantly demanding innovation to keep audiences engaged. For Calloway, this meant reinventing his character multiple times over the years, each iteration more compelling than the last. One of the most pivotal moments in his career came in the late 1990s, during the WWE's Attitude Era. This was a time when wrestling was edgier, darker, and more unpredictable. The Undertaker, who had initially been portrayed as a supernatural force, underwent a dramatic transformation. He became the leader of the Ministry of Darkness, a cult-like figure who manipulated and terrorized his opponents. This shift showcased Calloway's ability to adapt, proving that even legends must evolve to stay relevant. But perhaps the most iconic reinvention came with the introduction of the American Badass in 2000. Gone were the gothic robes and eerie music. In their place was a biker clad in leather, riding to the ring on a motorcycle to the sound of Kid Rock's American Badass. This version of The Undertaker was raw, human, and deeply relatable. It was a stark departure from his previous persona, yet it resonated with fans in a profound way. What many don't realize is that these reinventions weren't just creative decisions, they were acts of survival. Calloway understood that to remain at the top, he had to constantly push boundaries and challenge himself. He faced injuries, setbacks, and the inevitable wear and tear of a grueling career, yet he never allowed himself to become stagnant. This phase of his journey reveals a powerful truth. Reinvention isn't a sign of weakness, it's a testament to strength. Calloway's ability to adapt, to shed old identities and embrace new ones is a masterclass in resilience. It's a reminder that growth often requires us to let go of what once defined us and step into the unknown with courage and conviction. So, what can we learn from The Undertaker's journey? How can we apply the lessons of his resilience, reinvention, and relentless pursuit of greatness to our own lives? Let's break it down into actionable steps. 1. Embrace your unique identity. The Undertaker didn't succeed by copying others. He succeeded by fully committing to his unique persona. Ask yourself, what makes you different? What strengths or qualities do you have that no one else can replicate? Lean into those. Authenticity is magnetic, and it's the foundation of any lasting legacy. 2. Commit fully to your vision. Calloway didn't just play The Undertaker, he became him. Whatever your goal or passion, commit to it wholeheartedly. Show up every day, even when it's hard, and pour your energy into mastering your craft. Success isn't about half measures. It's about unwavering dedication. 3. Be willing to reinvent yourself. Life is full of changes, and clinging to the past can hold you back. Take a page from The Undertaker's playbook and embrace reinvention. Whether it's a career shift, a new mindset, or a fresh approach to an old problem, don't be afraid to shed old identities and step into something new. Adapt to challenges. The Undertaker's career was marked by injuries, industry changes, and personal struggles, yet he always found a way to adapt. When faced with obstacles, ask yourself, how can I pivot? What can I learn from this? Resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about finding a way through them. 5. Leave a legacy. The Undertaker didn't just want to be great, he wanted to be unforgettable. Think about the impact you want to have on the world. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? Let that vision guide your actions and decisions. By applying these principles, you can channel the same resilience and determination that turned Mark Calloway into The Undertaker. Remember, greatness isn't about where you start, it's about how you rise. The story of The Undertaker is more than just a tale of wrestling glory. It's a blueprint for overcoming adversity, embracing change, and leaving an indelible mark on the world. From his humble beginnings as a struggling rookie to his reign as one of the most iconic figures in sports entertainment, Mark Calloway's journey reminds us that greatness is not born. It's forged through resilience, reinvention, and an unshakable belief in oneself. As we reflect on his legacy, let's ask ourselves, what darkness are we facing in our own lives? And how can we transform it into our greatest strength? The Undertaker didn't just survive the shadows, he used them to become immortal. And so can we. If this story inspired you, share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more stories of resilience, ingenuity, and triumph, don't forget to subscribe.